Hello there, this is DBT and this is Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends Unite. And today, I'm gonna be playing multiplayer with the card that you see on the screen right now, along with another 2 cards because all of them are free tries, and I thought, hey, it's a good opportunity to test them out, one right after the other, and try to see what the differences are. Also, I'm recording this extremely late in the season, so it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of opposition or competition I find. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, because doing these things help the channel to continue to grow, and in that way I can continue making this content for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe for some more Alu right here. But alright, what am I even talking about? Well, first things first, you might notice that there's only 15 minutes left on this multiplayer season. This is going to be a very quick video, and the cards that I want to be testing today are going to be, here they are. The Pagani Imola, the Lamborghini Countach PI, and the Mercedes-Benz Vision 111. Here's the stats of the car and of these cars, and in general you will notice that they're somewhat similar, though they specialize in different things. For example, we have the Pagani Imola going considerably fast at almost 379, acceleration not particularly good, but the handling and nitro are very good. Compared to the Countach PI, where the speed is lower, the acceleration is a tiny bit better, but the handling is much better, and the nitro it's about the same. So this is in general a more handling based card than the other one, even though it's a little bit smaller. Not smaller, slower. And finally, for the Vision 111, we have a card that is more specialized on top speed and acceleration. Handling is still pretty good, but the nitro suffers quite a bit. Now, the difference in rank of these cards is very small, so that's why I thought, hey, it's gonna be interesting to drive all 3 of them and see what they can do. Let me change the color of this card because I really don't like it just in silver like that. So how about in blue? I think that looks alright. Alright, let's get into some races. Now, like I said, this is more of a quick video that I'm recording literally last minute, and really I wanted to do this with a bit more time, but then, you know, I've been busy doing the Grand Prix. Don't worry, there's gonna be a video in the future showing the results of the Grand Prix because they're getting a little bit interesting. But yeah, so I've been busy in general, and then next thing I realized is like, oh, it's super late and the season is about to end, and I never recorded this video that I wanted to do, so I either do it in 15 minutes or I don't do it at all. So yeah, you're gonna have to forgive if the whole situation is a little bit more sloppy than how I like doing videos normally, but hey, here we are, it is what it is. So yeah, I decided to start with the Imola, the Pagani Imola, because this is a car that a lot of people, I always heard calling this the king of Class A. Now, this was before we got some crazy things in Class A, like precisely the Vision 111, which I believe has some power to it, though I'm not sure exactly what it is. I mean, it is very fast. Or the Jaguar XJR9 that has insane top speed at the cost of very low acceleration, but really good nitro as well. That one actually reminds me a little bit of the F1LM, but in Class A, but either way. And then there is the Countach, which I believe is going to be like the middle point. But honestly, I haven't played enough with any of these cars. Oh, I should have gone on the upper route. Oof. Is that going to cost me my first placement? I was looking good for it. Come on. Shockwave. Come on. And that's going to be up. Barely. Jesus Christ. I mean, I did beat a Chiron, so that's got to count for something, right? All right. Not bad. Ooh, we're in Osaka. Let's see how it goes. But yes, I was saying, people used to say that this was the king of Class A, even when more cars were added that were of a higher rank and all of that. Generally speaking, the agility of this car is apparently what makes it really good. Now, like I said, I haven't driven it a whole lot. I do have it in my Switch account, though right now I'm playing on my Windows account. I do have it over there at 6 stars with a few epics here and there, but really haven't played with it much. But yeah, from what I hear, the drift is where the power of this car lies, and actually I just hit the wall on that previous turn because I wasn't ready for the drift to be that sharp, but it's fine. So I do imagine that this car does have some, oh Jesus, very considerable floaty capabilities, so hey, we'll see. But yeah, I remember even after more cars were added, even after, for example, the Countach PI, I was thinking, did that guy try to knock me down? But no, we're in Unbreakable, so we're fine. Even when the Countach PI was added and it actually has a higher rank than this car and all of that, people kept on saying like, no, this is the proper king because the Countach PI doesn't have the floaties that this car have. It doesn't have the drift that this car have. But like I said, the Countach by itself seems to prioritize slightly different the stats than this, with a slightly considerably better acceleration, I would say. No, it's a slightly. This is what, like 81? We just saw it. I'm not sure, but either way. All right, so oh good. Get the shockwave going in. All right, you know what? I'll live with that. Oh, that was actually, wait, second or third? What was that? No, it was at third place. For a moment, it's at second, and then it's at third. It's fine. Okay, I got defeated by Speedtail, but did beat a couple of Countach. A Hennessy Venom. Ooh, and 2 more Imolas. And now that I just have driven the Imola, I'm gonna drive the Countach LPI to really try to see if I can tell the difference when driving these cars. Now, I imagine that you, the person watching this video, already tried these cars, so I would be really interested to see what you guys think about the performance of the... that name, Jesus Christ. What do you think it's the performance of this car? How do you feel them being different? Which one did you like most? Because again, I think it's gonna be a matter of preference. Again, the Vision 111 being just that much faster than these other 2 cars, well, that looks like a very good thing. Sorry that I can't speak, by the way. Like I said, this is so incredibly, I'm so incredibly unprepared to record this video. It's fine. Oh God, no, you mother... Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, he pushed me. Now it's unbreakable, so he couldn't knock me down, but he pushed me hard enough to actually derail me and make me crash. Oh, dude, you gotta be kidding me. Oh boy. Okay, whatever. I'm fine. So let's pretend that race didn't happen and that I didn't get defeated like that because, Jesus Christ, a bunch of Countaches. Oh. Okay. Let's see if I can keep it together for this race. Once again, with the Countach, just because, hey, it's a Lambo and it's a beautiful one. But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you really how that felt, how much different this felt than the Mola. But hey. Now, I guess it also has to do with the fact that I don't know how to do floaties. Well, I mean, I have the idea of how to do floaties, but for example, I don't believe that this is a car that can floaty. So that is probably where there's a big difference in how these cars perform. If the Imola is indeed a very strong floaty car and this one isn't, well, you know, there's gonna be some tracks where the float is absolutely gonna make, or the lack of it is gonna break the race. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could see how that could be a very important factor as to you know, determine how good or bad these 2 cars are compared one right next to the other. But hey, we'll see. I have absolutely, and these 2 cars, the Countach and the Imola, are cars that I do own, like I said, on my Switch account, although the Countach, I do also own it in this one. But the Vision 111, it's a, in my opinion, very subjective opinion, it's a very ugly car. I've never cared for it. On top of that, it's electric, so yeah, it's a car that I don't own. I've never really driven it much, so it's the one that I have the least experience with it. But for now, hey, that's a 2nd place. Look at that. That was pretty clean, and that felt pretty comfortable. Okay, I got beaten by a Chiron, but I did beat Imola, 2 Countach, salted my Imola, and another Countach. Nice. Okay, but now it's time for the Vision 111 and see what is this car about. Now, I do believe that this is not as agile as those other 2 cars, so the fact that we're in Auckland, it might actually play against me or against this car, but hey, let's see. Yeah, I'm not shy to admit that I really find this car unappealing. This being, I believe it still is the highest ranked Class A car, meaning the quote-unquote king of the class, at least when it comes to rank. Yeah, it's just like disappointing to me. I just don't like this car at all. Is it a me thing, or do you guys also find it somewhat unappealing, to say it in a nice way? I don't know. I don't think it's an absolutely horrendous looking car, but as a whole, I just don't like it very much when it comes to the looks and all of that stuff. I don't know. I just don't like these extremely smooth looking cars. You know, this whole trend of making electric cars, futuristic electric cars and whatnot, look like a bar of soap. Yeah, that's what I don't like about this car. That dude, if this was not unbreakable, I would be unalived by now. But hey, the top speed carried me, and that's gonna be a part. Okay. Huh, interesting. I did think I was gonna do way worse in this race, but it worked out pretty well, so hey, I'm happy for that. But I mean, I think it's a very accurate description or analogy for this car, a bar of soap, right? Like when you have a bar of soap and you have been using it for a few weeks or whatever, and it has gotten even smoother and, you know, all of that stuff, that's what this thing looks like, you know, like a used bar of soap. So yeah, don't find it super appealing. And this is a trend that I saw with a lot of cars, especially Mercedes, but I think it's, oh god, no, oh my god, no, I'm gonna ring out. Ah, you gotta be, oh man. I'm fine. I flew too close to the sun. Okay, I don't think that was good at all. So I either did that wrong or this car does not floaty. No, I think I did that wrong. Okay, I think that was a floaty, right? Not a good one, not properly executed, but I think it was a floaty, so hey. It's alright, with this I've done 2 races with each one of these cars. I'm gonna proceed and hope that I have enough time to do a 3rd race with each one of them, though I don't think I will have enough time for it. So I'm just gonna call it for these 2 races with this car, and I'm gonna see if I can squeeze in a race with the Imola and one with the Kunta Shop PI. And hey, try to, you know, reel back my thoughts when it comes to these cars. But yeah, all right, 4th place, all because of a mess up. That was honestly my fault, because, you know, I really did that wrong, but it's fine. Okay, now we're in a top speed track with the Imola, which again, of these 3 cars is the 2nd fastest, so hey, that could work. But there's a Venom over there, there's a Vision 111. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so again, I really wish that I had recorded this in a, you know, with more planning, you know, not so rushed, so that I would actually be able to do more races and give you my thoughts on all of these 3 cars. Because again, conceptually speaking, I like the idea of this video of, hey, these 3 cars are similar, but are they? How do they feel? And all of this stuff, it would have been fantastic had DBT not forgotten to actually record this in time and then rush, because it's like, oh my god, the time is running out and I need to record this video or it's forever gone, my chance to play with these 3 cars in multiplayer one after another right away. So, it is what it is. It's fine. Listen. Sometimes I do good at planning, sometimes I'd be pretty bad, so whoa! Yeah, you saw that? How? Oh yeah, that was definitely floaty stuff. How when I landed and I was drifting, it suddenly went super sharp. Man, that felt really, really nice. Which again, I suppose is where the power of the floaty cars lie. It's just a power that not beginner, but noob DBT don't know how to actually squeeze out of these cars, but you know, it's all right. Hey, still very comfortable car. Unfortunately, not enough turns to keep on trying 360s to do floaties, but the only thing I got defeated by was the Venom, so that's something. Ooh, and I managed to squeeze indeed one last race before the season ends. By the time I finish this race, the season is probably already ending, so hey. By the way, don't pay attention to those advertisements that now we have on the screens in the track. Wow, that looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I don't know since when these have been there. I mean, I think they've been there for a while, but I started noticing them that nowadays some of these advertisements are animated, and actually that ended up eating a ton of my mobile data. I think it was last month or whenever. No, a couple of weeks ago. It was absolutely ridiculous because I believe that since all of those advertisements are animated, it has to download the advertisement. So now for every race, it's downloading an advertisement, and God, that is absolutely horrendous for my mobile data because I don't have unlimited data. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys have experienced this or it's just a me thing, but it's definitely not been fun to just see my mobile data draining like that because, hey, there's, oh Jesus! Because there's an animated advertisement that I actually cannot see because, you know, I go past them way too quickly. So it's not like I can even tell, oh yeah, it's an advertisement for this, an advertisement. No, absolutely not cool. Now, whoever's behind me is really catching up, and I'm worried about that. Got my shockwave, so let's just use it over here. Oh god, what is that? Oh, that's a Venom, okay. Listen. This ranks, man, I tell you, but hey, I'll take that 2nd place. It's not too terrible. And yeah, I believe by the time I finish this race proper, all right, you know what? I'm not even gonna cut any of this. I just want to show you how this. Oh, I won that. No, I won. I just want to show you that the season is. Ooh, I got some packs with useless stuff for me. Yeah, it's over. I told you I was super short on time. How many times have you seen this screen? I wish I had played more of this to get more of the score. How far did I get in it? Yeah, no. At least if I had gotten more tokens, that would have been nice, but hey, oh, and I didn't get this. Oh, man. All right, it's fine. Again, just wanted to play a little bit with these cars just because there was an opportunity. So once again, tell me in the comments what you think about these 3 cars. How do they compare? What do you think is their specialty? And what makes this car better than the other and this one than, you know, like that? So I'm curious about that. But yeah, once again, sorry that this is a messy video, shorter than usual and more dispersed than usual, but again, I was in a rush, so here we are. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!